Welcome. I am Snippy Joker, and on today's episode, we are doing another spectating video on one of the top 10 players on the PlayStation Network. And today we are viewing Sparta. Now, I checked out Sparta before doing this, and it seems that one of his top players he plays is Loki. And in this one above all gameplay, he goes 19-1. Now, I know Loki is considered one of the better healers to play with, but I've never really played him or watched a top player and how they use them. So this should be very interesting. Now, the bans for this match so far are Jeffrey, which I completely understand it, the Hulk, which I feel like the Hulk is usually a good pick to ban, especially with the Hulk and Iron Man team up. Storm, which is okay because Storm, after the last two patches, has been a pain in the butt, especially if you have a Human Torch on the team. And the Thing, unless, I guess if you're a good Thing player, I can understand it. I can understand. But yes, we are watching Sparta, who currently has picked Loki and plays Loki the whole entire time. His team dynamic on his side is a Strange, a Namor, a Hela, an Invisible Woman, and a Luna Snow. So they have three healers, 2 DPS, and 1 tank. And Strange can be a good solo tank. On the other team, the only confirmed pick so far is Hela. So let's see how this plays out.
The right heroes could make
Let's get into the game. Again, I'm doing this on a PlayStation 5, so I have to do this a little bit differently than those on a computer. So please bear with me as I skip around. All right, come on, let's get into action. So I know Loki has a few key features, one of being his clones, which he can leave there and damage enemy or heal his allies, and can insta-swap to one of them if he's in danger, which is very cool. And his ult, as far as I know, is to clone another character, whether both on his side or the enemy, to pretty much take over their ults. And who you pick is up to you. Alright, so he's standing above. So, I think... Okay, damn. I think standing out of the dangers... I like how the Invisible One put a shield for him, knowing he's going to be up top. I mean, again, communication is key in this game, as we know. But it's... I feel like... Ooh, did he fall down on purpose? I think he did. Is he going to be in trouble? No? Well, maybe.
I am a true team player.
His lamps are the key to taking out Loki's healing factor. So if you see the healing factor on Loki go up, because that's not his ult, that's an ability of his, try and aim for the lamps to take out the healing part, so that you can easily take out the healing factor and damage the enemy. Now, I feel like one of the most powerful things about Loki is his clones and the auto turret. You can have up to, I believe, 3, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 including yourself, or is it 2 including yourself? Whatever the case may be, have as many as you can, put them around the map, and if you're in trouble, flow right to it. Let's go into more action. So, he's not in the way of everything. He's using his heal to make sure that if he's getting damaged, he's okay in his little pocket zone there. I feel like this is a good map for him because this is like a tower, so he's like it's like a tower defense system right now. Let's go a little further. I mean, his team's doing very well. I mean, he's got a good team to them. Again, this is a one above all. So communication is key. Teamwork is key. Picking the right characters is key. Making swaps is key. Like, this all plays into it. Having a good tank, a good healer is key. Did he mean to go down, Invisible? Maybe? I guess he can, because even if he goes down and gets in trouble, he gets swapped to one of his clones, which now would be... Oh! Well, that's very smart. So this is one of his ults. He saw the Invisible Woman in the other team do it disappear. He found the Invisible Woman, used his ult to copy her, and then used the Invisible Woman's ult to help his team with the heals. And it looks like it doesn't last, so you only have a certain amount of time to be that character, which is fine. And then he's back to his little shenanigans of being the trickster. Very well played on that. Very well played. So again, it is key when you use his ult on who you choose and how it can help benefit your team, and in a way where they can take down the enemy team.
Get in there.
I love his little clones and the turrets that he can do, and I know that's, you know, I shouldn't be that impressed. It's like, oh good, whoa, it's little clones, but I really do love his clones and how well they're placed and how you can be like I love tower defense. So this for me is like you're playing a tower defense games and how many turrets can you put up to take down the enemy team before they hit your home base. That is what it seems like to me, which is cool. And they're keeping this team back at bay. They're doing a very good job. I mean, I'm sure they're, you know, having a Strange, having 3 healers, one of which being Loki, or right? Do they still have 3 healers? No, they switched it up. Now they have a Wolverine. So they have 2 healers, 2 DPS, and 2 tanks, both being
We are undefeatable.
Doctor Strange and Magneto. I don't know why I skipped that Magneto, and just dominating. Here comes their Fear Magneto. What are they going to do with this? Puts his Loki down there to try and help mitigate with heals and damage. Doesn't have his ult yet, so he has to deal with this disappear. Still gets a KO. Was in trouble and finally taken down. So that is his only death so far in this game. Oh, and they won. Or they won that round, right? They didn't move an inch. Whew. It's going to be tough for the other team to do any further. So as we are in the middle of this game, you know, he's sitting at, where are you, Sparta? He's sitting at 16-1, so he only gets 3 more kills, but he's doing a very good job giving heals to his team. It looks like the other teammate is doing even more of a job as possibly Invisible Woman and is the ace of the team. Their other team has, I mean, decent heals, but they're not pushing the damage as much as the other team is. I mean, their Hela is doing 11,000. Their Magneto does 7. Grimjow has 8. I mean, their numbers on the other team aren't even coming close to that. But Anakin actually is one of the top players and is one of the top Strange, is not having a good time. Let's continue. All right, so with the halftime show, he's still sitting at Loki, which we know. They now have a Wolverine, a Hela, and now they're playing on a Magic, so we're going on to 1 healer. Is that a good idea? Maybe. They still have 2 tanks, 2 of the better tanks in the game, and I've put a Strange video up, and I'm going to say it again. It is key if you want to get further in this game to have a Strange or Magneto on your side, either as a single tank or as one of the other tanks, because honestly, I'm in silver, but I've played so many games that I've realized now that if you don't have one of them, or at least one of them on your team, you're not going far. I mean, and as an example, there was a game where my team was doing bad. We pulled out a Magneto. I pulled out a Magneto, and we almost won. We were literally an inch away from winning, and my score tripled because I pulled out a Magneto. It is key that these tanks are so good. If you want to make it farther in your levels, you need one of them. Now, the other team pulled out their own Loki, their own Hela, and still considering some other things. I know they're going to probably do a Visible Woman again. So we'll see. And Anakin switching to Magneto, which usually I see him play as Strange. Okay, let's continue.
This one.
All right, let's get to Sparta, and let's skip to where they start playing. La 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 la, here we go. Open the door, and here we go. All they have to do is capture one bar of the other. So let's see how he does with Loki on offense. It looks like he's sticking around with healing, pulling out one of his clones to be a turret. He did some damage, got partial kill. Going in, put on another clone, put on his heals to help his teammates come in a little further. There are other healers pushing with him, probably sitting around the same side, giving him a shield. Doing well. All they have to do is capture a little bit of that, and it looks like he's getting right in there. Because he knows his team's doing well, using his clones, and that's it. They won.
1, 2, 0.
That was probably the quickest game I've ever seen to win one. And as the other team, I probably would feel like crap. Like crap. Well, that was well played. A short spectating video of his 19-1. I mean, Loki, I feel, is a very good character. You're relying on a couple of things. One, you're relying on your clones to get you out of danger and to give heals and do damage. 2, you're relying on your candles or lamps to basically heal you and yourself for where you stand, and if you're placed in a perfect spot where your teammates are, to heal them as well. I mean, I feel like Loki can be a good single healer, but overall, I think you need another healer support with you, in my opinion. And tell me if I'm wrong. So let's put in the comments, what do you feel about Loki? Are you a Loki main? Do you feel that this was good gameplay? Do you feel like he did well as a Loki? Do you feel his team did well? I mean, 2 of his characters went 16-0, 18-0. So tell me your thoughts. Sub for more content like this, sub for more content, future content of other games I will be adding in. Like the video so YouTube likes me. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you on the next one.